Welcome to Boone Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. Pistol Pete ready to start firing those pistols for the battle we have in store. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Cowboys will kick it away to start. Running the daylight from inside his 25. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Taking a shot on the first play. And he intercepts it. Takes it the other way. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way.
Well, that wasn't the start they were looking for on offense. They're trying to be aggressive, first play of the game, and throw it. Bad decision by the quarterback, though. Leads to an INT.
They go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Second down coming up.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The give to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
This defense is flying around with bad intentions. How about the stick the defender just laid on the tight end?
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Back to throw, it's Akers. A shot toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor.
Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times in home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Great starting point, takes it inside his own 25. And the returner goes down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Giving him his pads. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker into his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel, all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
They'll throw it on first down. Working that left side now. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Georgia coming out with the fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And he tacked on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Looking to throw, it's Akers. Feeling some heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Cowboys will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. And the returner will be brought down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on this.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
The give to the back. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
And it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown!
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay. And he did right there with that pick six.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Unleashes it. And they can't make the connection on third down. The Cowboys want to move quickly. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. First down here for the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Gets it out quickly. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Here comes the hurry up. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Running back goes in motion. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there. Got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Picks up 9. Brings up 2nd down. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Georgia 14, Oklahoma.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Back open in the middle. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. This defense will try to keep everything in front. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Gets it out fast. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? This 3rd down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed, to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the 1st.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm the defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the 1st down.
Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. handoff to the single running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Arkansas State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 10 over Michigan State.
Running back searching for a hole.
Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. The kickoff team out there getting set. He'll call for the fair catch here. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
The give to the tailback. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Off play action. Moving out of the pocket. Got his man to the left. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Let's see what they do on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Going to try to get it himself. At the 45, on his way. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Bulldogs are on the move. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quick completion on the out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Looking to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
Defense doing a great job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swat that one away. They are doing an awesome job in coverage.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He'll try it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Cowboys will punt this one away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish it.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Gets away. He'll take a shot. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Bringing it back. He is finally out of bounds, but he was What's going on that return?
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Off play action on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He'll pull it down. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out.
Nothing but green ahead. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Cowboys!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Fair catch, called for and made. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
They're trying to get to it. He's got his man. Makes the grab. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the 1st down.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw. It's Akers. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback checking off. Well, jet sweep pass. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Yeah, way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Wants to throw on 1st down. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the 1st down.
Well, when you're throwing these out routes, guys, it's location, location, location. As a QB, you've got to put that out in front of your guy so he can make the catch. You put that behind him, that might be getting picked. Nice job there by the QB.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the 2nd half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the 3rd quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the 1st drive of the 2nd half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They've played really well in this 1st half.
To throw, it's Akers. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
They'll go back to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. The running back has it. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got it looking for a first. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. The Cowboys are on the move.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting his progression.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
He leaves it with his back. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
Would have been a long field goal, 54 yards from here, so instead they'll try to move the chains. It's 4th and short. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Scrambling away. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
To the air on 1st down. And that pass is intercepted. Got room on the return. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. Ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
It's complete on the right side. Oh, he gave him a dead leg. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The Dogs moving quickly to the line. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
And the Dogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking left. A strike downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and goal. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And a good solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. To the air, it's Worthy. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. And here they come to give it another shot on 3rd and goal from the 3. They're going to throw it again. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! They take the lead with the 6. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Offense set on 1st down. He wants to throw. On target to the left. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Quarterback checking the play. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And he can find a receiver, and down he goes. A 1st down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Leaves it with the running back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. At the 40, there he goes. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. And the Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. Going up top on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. Quick spin on the run. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A 1st down for the offense. Looking for a man. It's Akers. Getting some heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
You know, this tight end's a weapon in the passing game. He runs good routes, normally has good hands, but didn't have them there.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. It's on target and complete. Offense has gained momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Looking to move it through the air. Pocket starts to collapse.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Okay, ready? The Cowboys have moved it inside the 20. Here's the handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 3rd down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Complete to the right. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UConn has the lead right now. Husky hysteria has been palpable all week across the state, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They are up by 12 over the Sharks. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll run it. And a 9-yard gain. Leaves him with 2nd and short.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
You know, you start... training camp, running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Turns it on in midfield. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Worthy. Buys a little time. He's going to run it. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Talk about saving your best when the moment is the biggest. Nice job in the 4th quarter. Been grinding all day. Made the biggest run of the day when it counted the most. Picked up the 1st down in a pretty close ball game.
The give to the back.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun, running back on the move. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia. They move on top here in the 4th. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was
nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Good news is they didn't lose a ton of yards. The bad news is that's the third sack they've given up now in this game. They have got to do a better job protecting this quarterback.
The run to the left. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Going to the running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Oklahoma State!
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. After that completion, move the chains. Now 1st down. He's going to pass. It's complete to the left. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Unloads it left. He's got an open man. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Hands it off. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in a position to win.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a 1st down.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop. And you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
And a 2nd kneel down as they drain the clock, and the field goal kicker will come on with a chance to win it. Timeout called by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds left in the game. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout is called with just a single second left. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And it is good. Splits the uprights on the chip shot. That was fun, and it was big time. And it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, drawing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, Dave, and that's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play. But you could see the belief they had in each other, the respect they have for each other, and now moving forward, this is a huge confidence builder for this team.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.